it's not working. Can anyone hear me? Let's see. Why is it not working? Hello. All right. Welcome. All right. Turn this down. Great. Hello, my loves. I hope everyone's doing well today. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit. All right. So I'm just going to start off by doing yes or no questions. Let me see if I can. Aw, thank you. Let's see. And if you are not subscribed, you can subscribe for a free yes or no question. And if you are subscribed, I'm going to try to get to everybody who would like to ask a question. And then if you'd like a mini reading, 5 cards, you can look in the description box, and I have PayPal on there, or if someone's interested in Venmo, I have the Venmo link here I can show you. Let's see. I'm going to start. Oh, you're subscribed. TIW Wrestling. Do you have a question for me? Yes or no question, and nothing medical, please. Thank you for subscribing as well. Let's see. Hi, Jacob. How are you? Are you subscribed? If you guys are subscribed, you can ask a yes or no question and we can get started here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, definitely. If you have a yes or no question you'd like to ask, just drop it in the comments and I can get going here. If not, I'm just going to start doing a collective reading for everyone. Let's see. Does anyone have a question? Evil block card readers? What? I don't know what that person is saying, but there's nothing evil here. I have good vibes. I have good messages, healthy messages. I'm a certified life coach. I do nothing but positivity here. So there's nothing evil, but thank you for your comment. I'm just going to start and do a collective reading for everyone watching until someone wants to ask a question and get an answer. Only good vibes here, absolutely. Let's see. I'm just going to start off by doing overall energy. Overall energy, please. 4 of Swords. Justice. And we have the 4 of Cups. Yeah. So definitely needing to know when to rest, when to go within and heal. You know, trying to balance your life out in order to, you know, not miss any great opportunities that come your way. Right? You don't want to allow any opportunities to go past you, right? We're balancing our life. We're, you know, looking at things, you know, as far as, you know, the different options in your life, possibly as a pie chart. If you think of a pie chart and you think of the pieces in a pie chart, that is the balance, right? Every piece of the puzzle needs to be balanced and equal. If you start doing things that are too much in one of the pie chart, you know, in one of the pieces, and focusing more on that, then, you know, things are going to be off balance. So it's time to bring your life into balance. Right? So one part is work, one part is health, one part is, you know, social, friends, family, your goals, your life planning, your, you know, development itself, you know, what you want for your future. You know, you need to keep some time out to focus on the, you know, on the things that are most important, right? bad vibes, evil energy, right? Those things, I mean, those don't really have a part of the puzzle, right? Negative vibes, low vibes, right? We focus on the positive so that way it grows. Positivity grows, right? Just like when you're focused on the negative thoughts and negative actions grow, right? One bad decision leads to another, right? Just like one good decision leads to another. Right? So it's up to us to take control of our life and focus on, what we want for the future. And that includes relaxing, resting, sometimes just going within, being, by yourself in solitude. Let's see. What are your actions in the 3D? What's going on right now? Yes, absolutely. You can get a reading. Perfect. Yes, I'm just doing a collective reading now until I get get some questions. So I'm gonna do. So if everyone's subscribed, you can get a free reading. A free yes or no. But then if you want to, PayPal or Venmo, then I can do a mini reading for 5 cards. Just let me know what you want. Be specific in the question, in your questions and your messages. Yeah, Chrissy subscribed, she says, and is someone coming towards me in love? Here, let's start answering these. Welcome, and I'm so glad you guys are here and subscribed. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so for Chrissy, is someone coming towards me in love? Let's see. Is someone coming towards Chrissy in love? Yes. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Hardworking. This could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But yeah, this person likes to take their time. But they are loyal. They're steadfast. Right? They are productive. Responsible. It could definitely take them some time to come through. But this person is on their way. And that's for Chrissy. And then I have Shipra. Like for quality of my future husband. Okay, just make sure everyone's subscribed and they can get a yes or no. Subscribe from India. Welcome. Thank you. Okay, so it's a yes or no question. So how about we say for Shipra? About your future husband. Do you have a future husband coming towards you? Yes or no? Future husband coming towards Shipra. Page of Cups. This is a yes. This person is creative, intuitive, courteous. This could be coming as a happy surprise. This person could come towards you, with just a small offer at first, but this is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This person is a dreamer and sensitive, and this is definitely new love coming in. And this is for Shipra. Thank you. Does anyone else have a question? Thank you. All right. So I'm going to do, while I'm waiting for another question to come in, I'm going to do, what is your energy at this time? What is your energy? Queen of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, and perceptive. So yeah, you are definitely being very logical at this time. You could have, oh, Page of Swords. Yeah, you could be learning something new, wanting a new opportunity to come in, having new ideas, being more curious, researching something new, having a thirst for knowledge. Yeah, this is great energy. This is, again, a mental energy, air and earth sign here. Let's see. What is your person's energy at this time? What is their energy? 8 of Wands. This person wants forward movement. They want communication. Your person's energy. 5 of Wands, but they're in conflict. They could think there's competition, or, they're just having inner conflict about moving forward or coming in with some communication at this time. Let's see. What are your messages towards them? If you could say anything at all right now, what would you say to them? 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. Wanting reciprocity. This person breadcrumbed you. This person did not have equal give and take. Right? They thought that they could give you scraps. Yeah. Because of the Devil. There's blockages here. There's, attachments, addictions, restrictions. This person could have their sacral chakra blocked. They have destructive behavior. They think about lust and seduction, and that it creates codependency and toxicity in their life. But they tried to breadcrumb and only give the bare minimum. What are their messages towards you? 9 of Swords. And the Chariot. Yeah, they're not sleeping good at night. They have a lot of anxiety, depression. They're thinking that they're hopeless. They think that there's no hope for this connection in the future in order to move forward. They have a lot of trauma that needs to be healed. They want forward movement. They want progress, but they don't know how to integrate their shadow and their light side. You know, this person needs courage. This person needs strength in order to have more balance in their life, to balance out the dark and the light side. So that way they can move forward to their, you know, brighter days, calmer waters, their goals, their future. Now I'm going to pin something in the comments so that way everyone knows they can ask a yes or no question. Yes or no question if subscribed. Subscribed. And then pin that. Okay. Ask a yes or no question if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you can go ahead and do that. And then we can also do mini readings for $10, and I will post that here as well. Just type in your question and let me know what you want. Mini readings. Mini readings. Ask. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start this spread over for anyone new. I'm just going to do collective readings until someone asks a question. Let's see. How do you view this person? How do you see them? A Magician. How do you see this person? Queen of Pentacles. This could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But you see this person as, you know, they could be manipulative. You know, they could definitely be trying to manifest you and a connection with you, and you know, coming through with any forward movement or communication. But this person wants clarity. This person is, you know, being creative in order to figure out how they're going to come through. But I'm getting a sneaky energy around it. You know, this person could be financially well off. You could see this person as being stable or abundant. But I'm getting a sneaky vibe. You know, they could be trying to manipulate people in order to get money or around finances in general. You know, maybe this person is being creative in order to make money, thinking outside the box. You know, but I'm getting a sneaky vibe. Let's see, how do they see you? How does this person see you? The Two of Pentacles and the Empress. Yeah, you're definitely the Empress here. This is Libra, Taurus energy. You're loving, nurturing, you know, this is divine feminine energy. You know, you could be a good parent, you know, just wanting to create something new. You could be juggling ideas. I mean, you have many options. You could be juggling ideas or at a planning stage on what you want to create. You know, you could just be trying to get your time management down or your priorities straight. But you're balancing out your life. You're balancing out your decisions. Let's see. What is the advice here? What is the advice? Five of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I'm getting to, you know, leave any conflict, disagreements, competition behind, right? You're not looking back towards that. You are moving ahead. You're moving towards your good luck, your dharma, right? The Wheel of Fortune is you know, moves in your favor when you don't allow anyone to get into your mind or to try to manipulate you. Right? You're leaving all of that in the past in order to have the positive changes that you want in your life. You're seeing, you know, when you leave negative people in the past, everything you want comes to you. Right? You have a lot more favor in your energy. What is the outcome? What is the outcome, please? Knight of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah. So when you put in the hard work and you're responsible, you know, and you have a routine that works for you and works in your favor, then, you know, you're unstoppable. You know, you have clear boundaries, direct communication. You know, you're clear-minded and perceptive. You know what you want. You're loyal. You're steadfast. You know how to get there. Right? You're not allowing anyone to drag you back down with lies, deceit, manipulation. Okay, I'm gonna do another spread. I'm gonna do past, present, and future. If anyone has a question, ask a yes or no question. Let's see. I'm going to do past, present, and future for the collective. What is the past energy? 7 of Wands. Past energy, please. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, so you were juggling options, right? Knowing that you need to balance your decisions out and balance your life, right? You have strong boundaries. You know, you could be defensive or, you know, stubborn in the past, but, you know, you're protecting yourself. So that way you can persevere, right? You're holding your energy close to you, but you're being protective. Protective of your light, protective of your energy. What is the present moment energy? Present moment energy, please. Page of Swords. Five of Wands, yeah. So you could be wanting to learn more, research more. You know, you have a thirst for knowledge. And you're figuring out new ways of communicating. You know, you're using your words in a different way. Right? Because you know that if you're authentic to yourself and authentic to, you know, your truth, then there's no competition. There's, you know, you're not wanting conflict and disagreements or strife, right? So you're communicating things in a different way. Right? But you're being honest and truthful to yourself and authentic. What is the future energy hold? What is the future? 4 of Coins. What does the future hold here? Energy. Whoop. 6 of Wands. Yeah, absolutely. Victory, success, public recognition. You know, you were born to be in the spotlight. You have self-confidence. You can do anything you want. You can do anything you put your mind to. You know, you could be saving money, but you could also still just be holding back a little bit. You know, holding back your energy, not just giving it away to anyone. Right? You're in control of your life. You're in control of your resources, your finances, your energy. What is the outcome here? Queen of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're definitely leaving any financial loss, lack mindset, isolation in the past, right? You're in the Queen of Pentacles energy. So this could be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But, you know, you're nurturing, you're practical, you're loving. You're, you know, providing for yourself financially. You stand on your own 2 feet. You're healthy, you're wealthy. You're putting in the time and effort to, you know, create a life of health. You know, you could have been starting something new as far as a regimen or a routine to make you feel better, feel healthier. As far as your diet, you know, maybe you're reading nutrition labels more often. Maybe you're, you know, meal prepping. I'm just getting that, you know, you're wanting to live a more healthy lifestyle. Okay, I'm going to do a different deck as well. Get some different energy flowing in here. Welcome. Does my crush, Sonal, remember me? Okay. Hold on one second. Welcome. Whoop. Ranjana. I hope I'm saying that right. Ranjana. Does my crush remember me? Sonal. Does her crush remember her? Let's see. Does he remember you or think of you? Okay. Ranjana's crush. Does he think of her and remember her? Hold on. That's too many. Does he think of her is the question. This says no. This says there was disagreements or there's competition. They're being sneaky. Oh, but then we have hope, calm, faith, purpose, renewal. This is the star energy. This is Aquarius. He could be Aquarius. But this is saying to, you know, maybe that he needs to heal in order to, you know, renew his life. Maybe he needs to be more spiritual and rejuvenate his life, you know, because this person seems to be, you know, manipulative or like conflict. Oh, sorry. It doesn't matter. Energy is fluid. So feminine, masculine, and everyone. But yeah, this person seems to have some conflict, disagreements, competition. But they, you know, there is hope here. They just need to heal. You know, they need to go within. They need to have faith. Maybe practice spirituality. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay. Thank you for your question. Let's see. I'm going to get another deck until someone wants to ask a question. We'll change up the energy here. Let's see. Let's see. Just going to do a general collective reading. This could be about finances. This could be love. If any love is coming through. That's way too many. We have the Three of Cups. The Ace of Coins. And the Fool. So yeah, you could be wanting to take a new leap of faith as far as, you know, finances in general, maybe starting a new work opportunity, a new work endeavor, a side hustle. You know, but I'm getting that you want to have fun. You want to live your life. You want to feel free. You want to go out if you know, feel like it and go out with friends or, you know, just go out and have a good time. You know, there's endless possibilities here, right? You only want an opportunity to come through if it's going to be a solid offer, right? You're only accepting solid offers at this time. Let's see what's going on in love. King of Wands, Seven of Coins. So you could be thinking about an Aries, Leo, Sag. You know, there could possibly be a lot of time invested here, a lot of seeds planted. You know, or this person has investments elsewhere. How does this person see you? How do they see you? The Hanged Man, this is Pisces energy. 10 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. Yeah. So someone could be in limbo. Someone could be feeling stuck or just, you know, in limbo as far as a direction moving forward. But someone's carrying a lot of burdens here. It's a lot of weight on this person's shoulders. Or it could be you. Take it how it resonates. It's energy, so it's fluid. Could be vice versa. But there's a lot of heavy weight that needs to be put down. You know, you can't carry everybody else's burdens and their problems. That keeps you stuck. Keeps you feeling in lack and keeps you in limbo. Right? It's important to put down the weight, the sorrows, the burden, so you can move forward and feel lighter and feel more invigorated. Right? This is a negative energy. It's important to put down the negative vibes and even, you know, forgiving yourself or forgiving people from the past in order to do that. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, if anyone has what does Taeyong want from Sakshima? What does Taeyong want from this person? Let's see. I mean, it's not really a yes or no question, but I can try. What does Taeyong want from Sakshima? Let's see. Transition, change, leaving behind, releasing baggage, moving on. And Page of Cups. So this could be a, curiosity, possibilities, happy surprise. And this could be new love, but, there needs to be a transition here. There needs to be something that changes in order for this new love to come in. Or even it could be just, an apology. This person could want an apology or a message. But I'm getting that they want to move on to brighter days, calmer waters. Okay, that's why he is ignoring these days. Oh, okay. Yeah, but this, like I said, this could be an apology as well, or a message. Yeah. Thank you so much for your question. Okay. Does anyone else have a yes or no question? Let's see. Blanca. Yes or no? Ex-Rodrigo and new girlfriend will stay together for a long time. All right. Blanca Silva. Ex-Rodrigo and new girlfriend will stay together for a long time. Yes or no? Will they stay together for a long time? Yes. This is temperance, needing balance, harmony, moderation, patience. This is Sagittarius energy. But this is a yes if there is balance and if they are, have tempered energy. Then there can be harmony and moderation if there's patience. Thank you for your question. Sincerely, a Sunki, Tabitha. Hi, will Brian and I rekindle our relationship? Will Brian and I rekindle? Will Brian rekindle with Tabitha? Tabitha and Brian rekindle. No. So sorry to say that, but there was a lot of conflict here or competition. And so that led to a broken heart. Somebody's heart was broken. There's a lot of pain, suffering, grief. This could have been, third parties or, just being depressed. Yeah, you got to heal this energy. You got to heal and you got to stay away from any third parties or any conflicts, anyone that wants to put you in competition. Right? I would stay away from this energy and definitely heal in the meantime. Thank you for your question. Thank you. Yeah, if this person heals, again, there needs to be healing on both sides. But if this person is willing to do the work and put in the time and effort, then things could change. But as of right now, it's a no. I hope everyone's subscribed, and I appreciate you all. If anyone has a yes or no question, let me know. If not, I'm just going to do a collective energy. You know, I'm getting a vibe of, you know, needing to organize your space or organize your items. Yeah. This is what I'm getting. I'm feeling, you know, needing to get things in order in your life. Will the investment be successful? And hello. I mean, this is what I just got that came out, but let me say specifically for, this is King of Coins. I mean, this looks like an investment will be successful, but let me do it again. That was before I saw the question. Will the investment be successful for Tabitha? Will the investment be successful? 3 of Cups, yes. Celebration, yes, absolutely. Collaborating. This is, you know, about community and happiness and celebrate. Absolutely. Yay. Please, will he come back and give me attention like before? Let's see. Fabiola, I hope I'm saying these names right, sorry. Fabiola, please, will he come back and give me attention like before? Okay, will Fabiola's person come back and give them attention? No, this person, you know, needs to learn how to collaborate with others. You know, they need to learn more. They need to learn more about working together as a team. Yeah, exactly. This person needs to become more of a leader, right? They need to have more discipline in their life. You know, they could be trying to work on their finances right now, but I'm getting that this person needs to be more generous and work together better in a team in a team effort. They could be focused on money right now. No problem. Thank you so much. And Fabulous said hi. Hello. Let me know if you have any more questions. Yes or no questions. I appreciate you all. I hope you're all subscribing. Welcome. Are there any yes or no questions? Let's see. So yeah, the thought that I was getting as well, and this is reminding me that, you know, developing skills, you know, being diligent as far as your organization skills, whether this is in your house or in your mind, in your work, but, you know, this is, you know, I'm getting feng shui vibes. I don't know if everyone knows what feng shui is, but, you know, feng shui means wind and water. You know, finding the balance. It's associated with the flow of energy, right? It's energy or chi. It's an ancient art, you know, and it's a science in the Chinese culture. You know, it focuses on arranging your spaces to optimize the flow of energy. You know, and to create harmony in your environment. You know, it's so you can align yourself with your surroundings. Yeah. Taking a new leap of faith, taking a new opportunity. You know, doing something new, a new beginning, having, you know, many possibilities. Being spontaneous. Right? When you create alignment in your home and in your head and in your life, you know, you have many possibilities. You know, you feel more pleasure, more abundant. You can manifest anything you want. There's countless opportunities. You know, this could be a new career or a new financial opportunity or venture, but you gain prosperity in your life, right? When you're having balance in your home and balance in your brain, positive energy flows to you. You know, money flows to you. Finances flow. You know, it's like yin and yang energy. Finding that balance. You know, having balance would be like to incorporate all 5 elements in your house. Right? Wood, fire, earth, metal, water. That's how you gain balance in your living space, you know, whether it's your room or your entire house. It doesn't matter. You know, there's a lot of things that we can do to get there. And, you know, one thing is huge, and it's, you know, it's a small thing, but is closing the toilet seat. I know, you know, it's a small thing, but it's a habit. You know, if you start closing the toilet seat, you could see more abundance in your life. You could see more, you know, positive energy flowing because the toilet is directly attached to the sewer, which is all, you know, negative vibes, negative energy, right? When you close that, you're not allowing that into your house. That's just one small thing, right? There's so many things we can do to increase the chi or increase the positive vibes in our life. And that's just one of them. You know, not having broken items in your house, making sure you know, throw away anything or fix it if it's broken. You know, abundance and money flows more when you know, things are positive, when the energy is positive. When the energy is negative, you know, it's a block. It puts a stop to anything that's, you know, positive that's trying to come into your life. Any new opportunities, any new money, any new ideas, new ventures. You know, you can have a money corner. And, you know, a money corner, you would want to put that in the furthest left corner of your house. If you come through the front door and you go all the way down to the left, that's where the best place is to have a money corner. And that could look like anything. That could be a bowl full of money. That could be a mason jar full of money, or just change. You can put your loose change in there. You can put, you know, jewelry or gold or anything that's worth value. You can put that in there. And that's supposed to create more flow and more abundance in your life. You know, if you're adding to the jar, you know, you could even put cinnamon in the jar. That's another way to increase finances, increase value. Right? Making sure that your front door is clean at all times and inviting. You know, because if the front door is dirty, no one wants to go in there. I mean, if it looks messy or if it doesn't look clean, you know, it's not inviting. You can't invite positive people into your house like that. You can't invite positive vibes into your house like that. You know, if there's a dirty front door on a restaurant, I don't want to go in there. Because if they can't keep the front door clean, then they can't keep anything clean. Right? I mean, it's just, it's the whole vibe. You know, making sure your house is decluttered, your mind is decluttered. Your bed placement is huge. Not having your bed on the same wall as the door. Right? You always want to be looking at your door. You know, these are just some feng shui practices, you know, and Chinese people have been doing this for a very long time. I mean, all cultures do it, but this is huge. And I've been practicing them for a very long time, and I've seen nothing but positive results. So yeah, it's all about energy and flow. That's how you create new opportunities, new ventures, new money, abundance. Absolutely. You know, any blockages that are coming in are for a reason. You know, if you're being blocked as far as anything that you want in your life, you know, it's for a reason. Miriam, hi. Does Mahdi love me? And is his love for me genuine? Let's see, for Miriam. Does Mahdi love me and is love for me genuine? Wow, King of Cups. Absolutely. He could be a fire sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Wow. He has a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions for you. Yeah, you know, he's compassionate. But, you know, he's trying to control his feelings. This person is very empathetic. You know, he could be an empath, but he's a supportive leader. This person is very emotionally sound and feels things very deeply. Yeah, there's a lot of love here. A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. Thank you for your question, Nicole. I have Nicole. Will Alex reconnect with me? Will Alex reconnect with Nicole? Ten of Swords is a no. There was painful ending. There's deep wounds here. Betrayal, loss, you know, defeat. There's definitely needs to be some healing. There's a lot of, you know, there was a lot of pain and suffering that needed to come to an end. You know, I'm going to get one more on this. I just want to see one more for this. The Emperor. Yeah, there's a lot of control happening here. A lot of controlling behavior, possibly ego, pride standing in the way. But there was a lot of pain. Yeah. Someone needs to be, you know, more of a leader, right? Someone needs to take the reins of their life and become more of a leader. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the question. You know, this could be Aries energy as well, but I'm getting that this person needs to take control of their life instead of trying to control others. Does anyone else have a yes or no question at this time? I hope everyone's subscribed. I appreciate you all. If you have a yes or no question, let me know. If not, I'll go back on my tangent about blockages. So I'm getting that, you know, there are some blockages here as far as your chakras, right? In general, this is for the collective or whoever's watching. Yeah. You know, this could be Aries, Leo, Sag, but I'm just getting that somebody is, you know, stuck in their ways. They're stuck in their ego. They're stuck in their pride. So that is creating blockages, right? Those are, you know, some of the 7 deadly sins, right? That, you know, ego, pride, all those, you know, the pride is directly connected to your crown chakra. You know, they're both seen as an overestimate of oneself. And, you know, and you're disconnected from the divine like that, right? When your third eye, when your crown is blocked, you know, it blocks off your divine connection and your spirituality. Right? So that's why people have a hard time with their spiritual gifts, if you know, and the messages don't come through because, or they're, you know, in their dream state or 5D. That's what keeps people blocked from their spiritual gifts, is because they have too much pride. Ooh, I got a question. Let's see. Vincent, want to do one for me? I really messed up last night. My ex left me, and when I picked stuff up, saw a car of her friends and made it sound like an accused me of cheating, where I was just wondering why she didn't tell me they were hanging out with them at the moment. So are you asking if this person cheated or not? What is the yes or no question? Or does she think you cheated? What was the question? No, I don't think she was cheating or sleeping around. Just wondering if we still have a chance. Okay. Does Vincent still have a chance, or if it's over, forget? Okay. Does Vincent still have a chance with his ex? Does Vincent still have a chance with his ex? This says there needs to be more balance. So yes. But this is temperance. This says yes if there's balance and moderation, right? That there needs to be some patience in order to gain harmony in this connection. You need to be patient. And things need to be more balanced. Thank you for your question. No problem. Good luck. Yeah, so going back to pride, right? In order to unblock your crown chakra, you can focus on practices that enhance your spiritual connection, like mindfulness, right? Meditation, being just, having a clear mind, not putting anything into your mind that's going to fog it up, right? We want to be clear-minded. You can spend more time outside or practice yoga, aromatherapy. If you're into praying or just being more self-reflective and honest with yourself, right? That gets your energy flowing. Cut off anything negative. Maybe try some aromatherapy or sound healing. This really gets your energy flowing in a different way. You want to be able to be open-minded, right? And then that's when your spiritual gifts pour in. When you're too closed off and too prideful, then you can't allow the good energy to come in and the spiritual gifts. Does anyone else have a yes or no question? Let me know. I can do a mini reading as well. You can go to my PayPal in my description, or if you rather do Venmo, I can give you my link. That's great. Do you have a yes or no question? TIW Wrestling, or would you like a mini reading? Does anyone have a yes or no question? And I hope y'all are subscribed. Ooh, the Cluster School, E-Man's True Feelings for Zane, no contact. Said hi. Hello. Okay. So, what would be the yes or no question? Does he have true feelings for you? Let's see. Does E-Man's true feelings for Zane? Does E-Man have true feelings for Zane? Yes or no? Does E-Man's have true feelings for Zane? Yes. So they are in preparation stage. There is progress here. Expansion. Yes, they do see a future with you. And this is Aries energy. There's passion here. And they definitely see a future. Thank you for your question. So what's the question that's not yes or no, TIW Wrestling? What's the question? Thank you. God bless you. What is the question? TIW Wrestling. Let me know. Okay, let me know what the question is. Whoa. Let's see. Madhu D. 13 Lokesh contact Madhu. Is that the question? Will this person contact you? 13 Lokesh. Will they contact you? Is that the question? Yes or no? Let's see. "13 Lokesh contact Madhu." Will this person contact Madhu? Yes. Queen of Pentacles. This could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But yeah, this person is nurturing, practical. They provide financially. You know, this person could be a working parent, but this person could just be trying to work on their finances, be more stable and abundant. But I'm getting a yes. And this person could be an earth sign. Thank you. Yeah, let me know if you'd like a mini reading. I can do 5 cards for $10, or if, you know, if you're subscribed or want to subscribe, I can do a yes or no question. I can do a full spread. If you'd like, let me know. I'm going to get a different deck here. I'm going to do some Hidden Truth oracles, oracle messages. I'm going to see what your person wants to say. If your person could say anything right now, what would they say? Any messages from your person right now? I look for you everywhere. I hid who I really am from you. I am afraid to contact you. Those are the hidden truth messages. Let's see. Let's do Romance Oracle for the collective and your person. Let's see what message wants to come through. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. I'm going to get one more. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. If I could speak, that would be great. Yeah, positive affirmations, calling in what you want, and freeing yourself. Absolutely. Freedom is priceless. Let's see. I'm going to see another message from your person. What does your person want to say right now? Spying, social network, information and ways. This person could be spying on you or just looking at your pictures, social media. Hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting. Yeah, this person is manifesting you. Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. Yeah, this person has abandonment wounds that need to be healed. Absolutely. Does anyone have a yes or no question? Ask a question, get an answer. Let's see. If you could say anything to your person, what messages would you want to say? What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about right now? Soulmates, deep love, unity, connection. Laugh, pretending, mask, exaggeration. What do you want to say? Heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. Yeah, there could be some telepathy going on here. Some messages in the 5D. Let's see. Stress, turbulence, tension, arguments. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to get a numerology card. Let's see what message needs to come through at this time. 222, alignment, connections, friendships, romantic relationships, family ties, balance, life choices, compromise, commitment, trust. How do you move forward toward your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interest if it's piqued by something. Following these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. Let me know if anyone has a yes or no question. I'm gonna get a message from the Akashic Records. Let's see what message needs to come out, please. Let me know if anyone has a yes or no question or would like a mini reading, 5-card spread. Message from the Akashic Records for our amazing collective. Stuck in lack. You have all the resources you need to carry you through, whether it's financial, emotional, or physical limitations that you think you have. It is only ego-based fears taking over. Rein them in and don't give up. Absolutely. Let's see. Priya, hello. I had a yes or no question. Will Sybil contact me in the coming 10 days? Hello. Will Sybil contact Priya? Will Sybil contact Priya in the next 10 days? Will Sybil contact Priya in the next 3 days? This is a maybe. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This person is thinking more logically. Their head is over their heart at this time. This person is being very disciplined. And they are trying to get their mind clear. So they are going back and forth about this decision. This could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But they are using logic over their heart at this time. Energy is fluid, so this can always change, but right now it's a maybe. Thank you for your question. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna get another from the Akashic Records. Oh, that one flew out. That's the same one I just had. Let's get one more. Listen. You're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. Hello. Yes, what's the question? Yes or no question, please. My boyfriend lost a testicle in the chainsaw accident, and my other boyfriend donated his. Will KK give me stable love offer when I see him? Okay. So Rad Hill, will KK give me a stable love offer when I see him? Will KK give Rad Hill a stable love offer? This is a yes. This is the Page of Wands. This has limitless potential. Inspiration, new ideas, discovery. This person is a free spirit, wanting excitement and freedom. This person wants to come through with an offer, but this person still wants to be free as well. This person wants to explore more. But this is a yes at this time. I don't even know how to